So, the new Netflix movie Interceptor was released on 26th May 2022, but the release date of the movie may differ from country to country, and it is also available to watch in many other countries with their own regional language. And here in this video I'm going to review this movie and share my opinion whether this movie is worth a watch or you should simply ignore it. This series is starring Elsa Pataky, Luke Baresi, Aaron Glenens, Mayan Mehta, etc. The series starts when an US Army captain named JJ Collins is back to the service after a long time, and she has been appointed for the same service as he had before at SBX-1, which is basically an interceptor station and is one of the two places to intercept nuclear attacks from any countries on United States of America. Some terrorists infiltrate the base and their main objective is to take over the center of the base because that's the only place left in the entire United States from where any nuclear attack could be countered by intercepting it. The interception station is far away from the rest of the world in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and it brings severe disadvantage to Captain JJ Collins and some of her members in terms of any support from the authority. And now when they are already under attack and the support team would take more than accepted time to reach the SBX-1, the interceptor base, they had only few minutes until the terrorists destroy the doors and enter the center. Captain JJ runs out of options and is forced to initiate actions of her own decision. We also get to see about her background, where she had gone through some incident that reflected badly on her overall existence. Since she was a woman, it took her more than enough to stand where she was, and the terrorists that she was faced with are fully prepared with both physical and emotional tactics to successfully break every possible hurdles that might occur in their way. And they are also aware of who Captain JJ is and who she was in the past, which gave them the advantage to prepare for every possible challenge they could be facing. And now when we know that it is all up to Captain JJ to prevent the nuclear attack on USA to be launched from a certain place of Russia, she is even offered some good amount of money to turn her back against America. By now you would be wondering whether why would someone want to destroy a powerful and well-developed state like America? Well, the answer is quite unacceptable in the real world, but according to Alexander, the leader of the terrorist group, it had something to do with changes. Here I'm not gonna list the reasons and you will get to know them in the movie itself. Well, most people would complain about the character development because this aspect has not been portrayed significantly in the movie. But we do get to see the contribution of most characters in the creation of a thrilling story that focuses more on what's about to happen instead of whom and why it will happen. And that makes me feel the movie acceptable in my terms. The movie is full of action, and as per the trailer of the movie we could see that our main character has 16 years of military experience. So it is quite acceptable and rational that the movie will contain certain scenes in favor of our main character. But that's not always the same case among all the action scenes, and it logically makes us feel those scenes as somehow relatable. But there are some fight scenes which could have been improved, and those are the moments where you will feel the lack in this movie. An Indian character is also a part of the movie, and he did pretty good job for the role he was assigned, and it was of course a good view for me when he was questioned about his faith in America. In the movie you will also get to know about some issues with the military system of USA, although even it might be only for the sake of this movie, things seem quite acceptable as the way they have been placed. The pace of this movie is thrilling and consistent, which won't make you feel bored even for a while. The story revolves around the nuclear attack on USA, but more than that, we would see how Captain JJ performs against those terrorists. Emotional aspects are not quite deep, but it sure adds some meaning to the overall story of the movie. For those who are still confused whether to watch this movie or not, let me tell you that the movie is best for one-time watch. Although it doesn't leave you with any thought about the characters or the story, you would still enjoy the movie if you start to watch it with no other related movies in mind. Entertainment is sure in this movie, but as I mentioned a second ago, you won't have a lot to think about this movie after watching it. Certain improvements could have been made in terms of dialogue, but in most of the scenes, they seem fit and appropriate. The scene of the movie revolves around an interceptor camp starting from the beginning to the end, but this should not concern you much about the movie. The ending scene could have been better too. Talking about Chris Hemsworth, then I would better say that you shouldn't rely much on his appearance in his movie. You should go for this movie if you are not a busy person and if you want entertainment without concerning much about relating this movie with other action movies. Lastly, female character is taking the main lead here. This series is about 1 hour and 36 minutes. Matthew John Reilly is the director of this movie. And I personally enjoyed the movie and I won't consider it as a waste of time. My experience with the movie was around average. So that was it for this video. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like because it fills me with a lot of motivation. And if you watch movies, web series and anime, then it would be better if you subscribe to my channel, because here I publish reviews based on my own personal experiences. Thank you for watching. May the entertainment be with you.